Show you how I'm doing this sort of these floating crabs. Pretty straightforward to do, they're not too hard. Color wise, you can color them in whatever you want. This is done sort of an olive swimming crab. It's actually going to go to Punta Allen, but today I won't color it in, just show you how I'm doing the sort of blanks, if you like, of them, and then you can color them in however you want. So to start off with, the hook wise is an SL11 3H, or you can use the Ahrex SA220 size 2 or size 4. So I just lay down a base of thread, and then you're using these cutouts. Oops, wrong way, them all on that side. So I'm using these ultra suede cutouts that I sort of made myself. They're pretty handy, nice and durable, take a marker pen well, etc. So give it a good base there of thread just to bulk it up, and then I'm using two hen saddles and a sort of tan variant, bit more white than anything else. I'm just going to tie them in, split the fibers there, and there's two hackles, one on top of each other. Tie them in by the tips. And don't worry about making this super neat, because it's all going to be buried in the body. So the tying part of this fly is actually quite quick. Just using a pair of hackle pliers, and now you're just going to, whoops, get that first wrap in, put all the fibers back as you wind it forward, stop them getting trapped. There we go. Hold it there. Just do a couple of wraps to lock it down. Trim off the excess with the hackle butts, and then you're just gonna pull that back, a couple of wraps to lock it, and whip finish. And then what I like to do is just use an old toothbrush. Oops, got a bit of fluff caught on the hook there. Just break up the fibers a little bit, and then pull them down on the shank. Oh, like so. That's going to be a drop of super glue. And then I've got these little pre-cut crab bodies. Now obviously when you line it up, you want to make sure it's the right way facing, so the long side towards the claw. Pop it down there, press it in for a second, because the good thing about super glue is it sets really quick. And then just brush out the feathers on top, like so. You're going to add some more super glue onto the top of that, just on the carapace. Don't get it onto the legs or claws or anything, because you want those to move fairly freely. And you just fold that back a touch, make sure you got all the feathers out nice and evenly, like so. Give it a little squeeze, try not to stick your fingers to it as well. Then you're going to take the larger crab body, and that's going to go straight on top. And again, just add a generous bit of super glue there. Give it a second because it will soak into the Ultra Suede a touch. Again, pop that on. Press it for a second or two, make sure that it's really stuck there. Now you can fish that just like it is. You can color that in as it is, but I like to put on a little Ultra Suede crab shell. And again, let's just line it up. Let's cut the same size as the foam. Just give that a squeeze for a couple of seconds, because nothing, and you don't want to squeeze it too hard because you don't want to compress the foam. But that is your crab done. Like I say, pretty straightforward. Time consuming part comes in when you start to color them. Now you can trim down this belly if you want a very slow sink. The foam on top is a 2mm foam. It's not quite enough to hold this crab up in the water properly, so you need to add the second bit of foam underneath. But if you want a very slow sinking crab, you can actually trim the edges of this foam away on the water, and you'll get this crab to slowly hover down through the water if you want as well. Now if you leave it bobbing as a cork, the permit is only going to see the underside, so you only really need to undo the underside. But not only that, it's only really going to see a silhouette, so I don't think colouring is too important. It definitely makes a fly look more appealing, and I think it'll mean that people like to, or feel more confident in fishing it than a plain old fly. But hey, that's my opinion. Obviously people that have more experience can probably comment more, but all the ones that I tie for folks, they always want it coloured in because it makes them feel more confident. But that's it basically. I'll leave you guys to colour in however you want. It's pretty durable, so no issues there. Anyways, thanks.